All right. This will probably be my second or third take. I don't even know, cause that was a lot of rambling. Try to get this, try to get this over a little bit faster this time. Okay, so basically here we have a all-around DPS support, buffing, healing, everything. Debuffing, everything all in one. Perfect solo and team build for everything from Void Cascade to defense missions, or even uh, what are those things called? Where you got to escort the guy. Even those missions is like it's great for anything. So pretty much here, we have a day and night build that uses roar, and it's not just using roar because some universal damage multiplier, which which is a nice add-on. So we can give that to our teammates, ourselves, boost the main ability. It's pretty good. It works on our weapons, but we're mostly using it here for this argument. I would have found another ability that either stuns or, you know, does something if I didn't have this. But it's perfect because it also has synergy. It has two synergies with the fourth. I mean, with the third ability. And these two synergies are knockdown and puncture status. And if you don't know puncture status, at 5 stacks reduces enemy damage by 80%. Their damage, like they do less damage. So that's just good overall. And it's another another status effect for galvanized CO, and CO and shit. So that's just great overall. But over here, if you look at Night Form, that damage multiplier, that's to the enemies. It's a negative damage multiplier because it's less than one, so it's also reducing the damage that the enemies do. That's basically perfect right there. It lines right up with the puncture status effect. And if you look at the peaceful provocation augment, right now it's a 73% slow because I don't have transient fortitude maxed out. I will get that maxed out, but it's supposed to be it's supposed to be 80% slow. So 80% slow plus the knockdown effect that you get from the piercing roar, and the knockdown is way over the radius of the actual ability itself, so we don't have to worry about anybody not getting knocked down unless they're X-Miss or something. In which we love X-Miss on this build. Because for one thing, these these two abilities right here, reducing enemy damage, is one of the only ways that you can basically straight up buff, the DR technically of Overguard. Uh, if you have a damage redirection ability like Neza or Ureli, you can, redirect some of the damage, which it also technically, reduces enemy damage to Overguard. This is one of the only other ways you can do it by just straight up reducing the enemy's damage overall. So I think that's pretty neat. So we are of course using secondary fortifier, the goat. This is just my normal um, epitaph build for priming and also damage. So prime them up, shoot them in the face, you know, steal their overguard. Once I steal their overguard, Overguard's buffed, technically, and I sent out a 30-meter viral wave. A spanning wave goes far enough that it spreads at least far enough for my main nuke to hit everybody that's hit by the viral. And a main nuke buffed by roar and 10 sacks viral probably doesn't really need any armor stripping, so I'm not really worried about armor stripping here. I know when I hear that ding go off, and then that wave starts coming up on me, if I'm in night form, I'm pressing one, probably gonna press three, then I'm pressing four, blowing everything the fuck up, then pressing one again, back to it, you know. So that's the way I got it set up so far. Um, a lot of people will probably ask me what do I have combat discipline. That also goes into the slow effect here because if you read it carefully, pacify converts damage done to allies. And if you're playing correctly, you shouldn't be taking a whole lot of damage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the damage to myself. Make sense? Should. Passively heals my teammates. That's great. You know, um, this also, shield per kill works on my teammates. So teammates getting shields per kill, and I can heal them all at any time. If deactivated, that's perfect. It's nice team synergy. Or I can use it on myself, when I'm inside a sticky situation. Or if I'm in day form, I can press one, get this instant shield capacity. You know, sticky situation is like might as well say it's a instant shield gate, because I'm not using Brief or Spider or anything like that. And then if I'm still in a sticky situation, now that I'm in night form, I can press four, and I get all my shields and shit back. Plus over shields and shit. Perfect. Aegis, we all know what Aegis does. Only reason Archon continuity is right here is because I do not have Prime continuity maxed out. Um, and if you really wanted to, you can replace Cunning Drift with anything like Endurance Drift or Firewalk or something like that for the parkour velocity if you really need it. So I like a little bit of extra range, for the nuke and stuff. So I'm gonna keep it like that. The shards are specific. These three shards combined will give you, um, calculator tells you 87 and a half energy per health orb, which your companion probably should be spawning a lot of if you got them on like a duplex bond setup or, with synth and well, basically anything with synth, they should be spawning a lot of health orbs. So you should be perfectly fine on energy if you're getting 87 energy plus per health orb. That's that's plenty compared to what your abilities cost on this build. Casting speed, of course, this casting speed can't get over it. It's best, probably the best shard out. You gotta have it on every frame, at least one. But this is the start of the show. You can switch it out for a red strength shard if you really wanted to. And before I explain it, I'll show you why you can switch it out for a red strength shard. It's a little bit of min maxing. Because you can use Archon Intensify instead of Umbral Intensify. Because this will, well, maxed out, will give you 30. 30 plus 15, that's 45. That's a 1 over this. So instead of 199 when this is maxed out, that will give you exactly 200% strength. And this ability restores health. So whenever you get a chance on night form, since night form does not get the buff from pacifying flow, you can easily get an extra 30% strength on your roar from just healing yourself real quick and then casting roar if you really need it. But that's That's an idea I may think about. If I was to get rid of any shard for it, it would be one of these. I already did the math. It would make it so these two combined would be exactly a 1-to-1 ratio with, you know, with the health orb. So therefore, it's worth 50. It will give me 50 energy. That's cool, I guess. But I like the extra. But this right here, people people used to love this when it first came out because we all knew it was so busted because it ignored shield recharge delay. This build it also does because the shields per kill that you get when you're in your night form ignores shield recharge delay. So you kill an enemy, you get 46 shields, even if your shields are in recharge delay mode. So, you know, even if you're in the inside of the invulnerability period, you kill an enemy, you get 46 shields. Well, so that instantly starts this up. So it works the same as it used to work, which is busted, as anyone knows who was around when fucking Orange Shards came out. But besides that, that's pretty much it. I guess show you the Phalarx build I'm using. Blast Electric, of course, so I can use the Blast Shard appropriately. I'm missing Prime mods and stuff like that, and maxed out stuff. This is my Ribbon, multi-shot and electric, pretty decent. Uh, but yeah, that's about it.